some big news coming out recently. Barcelona targets Eli Kroupi has been ruled out for 3 to 4 months for breaking his toe. That means that Eli Kroupi is staying at Bournemouth for the next season. Atletico Madrid do not want to sell Julian Alvarez. Eli Kroupi staying at Bournemouth. These were 2 top 10 targets for Barcelona to actually fix that striker position. Now, I'll tell you this right now. This means that there may be an upcoming striker crisis for Barcelona, and I'll tell you why. Number one, Lewandowski has left Barcelona, and he was the best striker in their squad. He's left. I think he went to America. I may be wrong, but he's left Barcelona. Number two, the striker they have in Ferran Torres at Barcelona. Yes, even though he scored a World Cup winning goal a couple of weeks ago, around 2 weeks ago, if you actually watch Barcelona's games, Ferran Torres misses a lot of easy chances. Watch the games. He is not the right striker to lead the front line based on his efficiency. So now I want to present Barcelona here with a solution. Many names are being thrown out. Some names from Borussia Dortmund, some names for Ajax. That's all noise. There is one guy that Barcelona should be going after, and his name is Osimhen of Galatasaray. For some odd reason, Barcelona do not have this guy on their radar. Let me just share my screen here so I can just show you his stats and why I believe he's the perfect guy for Barcelona in their striker search. Right. Let's look at Victor Osimhen's stats from last year. Right, you can see here physically he's 6'1". He's tall, and that's a striker that Barca needs. Someone tall, strong, good in the air. If you've seen Osimhen play, he is very, very good in the air. He takes shots, he scores goals, he's physically dominant, he's fast. This is who Barca should be targeting as a replacement of Alvarez and Eli Kroupi. Let's go on further. If we see stats here from Turkey last year, Osimhen played 22 matches. Awesome. However, Osimhen started 19 matches. He scored 15 goals and had 5 assists. These are very good stats. These are very good stats for a striker. Now, you may say, oh, this is the Turkish league. Osimhen did great in the Italian league. He did awesome in the Italian league. Watch a few matches from Napoli back in the day. He dominated the Italian league to the point where, in my opinion, at one point he was the best player in the Italian league, and it was clearly evident. This is a guy that Barca should be targeting in their striker search. He's not too old. He's also not too young. Therefore, he has experience. He's played in big games. He scored big goals. He's confident. He's only 27 years old. Barca can get a good 4 to 5 years out of Victor Osimhen. Because at this point in time, Alvarez isn't coming. He's not coming. Eli Kroupi definitely not coming in the next year. And Barca can forget about Alvarez. Atletico do not want to sell their star player, and you can't blame them. They don't want to sell their star player to a fellow La Liga rival. In fact, they would rather ship out Alvarez to Arsenal. So that means that Barcelona have to figure something else, a solution. Now, there are other strikers that could be at play. Apparently, Barca have some backup plans, but I guarantee you Victor Osimhen is probably not in the backup plan, and I don't know why. You've got a guy here in Victor Osimhen that has played in the Italian league, dominated, now played in the Turkish league, dominated, and you can't tell me that the Turkish league is bad or the Turkish league sucks. Look at Arda Güler. Arda Güler came from the Turkish league a couple of years ago, and he's doing very well at Real Madrid in La Liga. So Victor Osimhen can become a very key player for Barcelona. It says here transfer value 67.5 million. I believe if Barca were to go after Victor Osimhen, 90 million euros minimum to let him go. He's not too old. He's in his prime. He scores goals. He's effective. He's confident. He's tall. He's strong. He plays the striker position very, very well. Now, Barca definitely need to sort out their striker crisis for the next year, because they also have a midfield crisis too as well. Yes, they bought Adeyemi, who's very fast, and Gordon as well. A lot of players in their midfield are injured, and they also have no reliable striker. Ferran Torres is not the guy to lead the Barca front line. Watch the Barca games. He misses a lot of chances, and sometimes, in my opinion, he lacks confidence, and you can see it on the pitch. They need a confident striker. They need a striker that can score goals, who's also great at link-up play, and Osimhen is great at link-up play. Watch his games. Watch his games. Watch how he plays. Watch how he moves. He's a big game player. He's confident. That's the profile they need, and I have no doubt that he will do very, very well. They need someone that can always be at the front, wanting to score in the penalty box. That's Victor Osimhen. The guy will not come in Adeyemi's way or Yamal's way or Rafinha's way. He only wants to score goals. He only wants to score goals. And in my honest opinion, I feel like Alvarez is not the right guy for Barcelona. Again, he isn't the type of player to be always wanted to be up front and wanted to get the ball to him to score goals. He likes being involved in link-up play. He likes dropping deep. And I think Barca need a striker that can head the ball in, that can get Yamal's through balls, that can stay in the penalty area and call for the ball. And Victor Osimhen is that profile. Or someone like Victor Osimhen, who is still young, who has ambition, who wants to win, who wants to thrive. That's the type of player they should be going after. The summer is going 50-50 for Barcelona. They bought two players, Gordon, Adeyemi. However, striker needs to be solved, because there's no point having all these great midfielders, all these great fast wingers, but no one's scoring the goals. No one can head the ball in. No one can call for a through ball. You need players like that. You need a player like that. And Victor Osimhen might just be the right guy for Barcelona. He might just be the right guy for Barcelona, in my honest opinion. Because again, his profile, his goals, link-up play, he just might be the best guy for Barcelona. And it's a shame about Eli Kroupi. He has a lot of talent, and not only is it a shame that he can't move to Barcelona, it's a shame for him development-wise. 3 to 4 months off, potentially longer, means that he'll miss the first half or some of the first half of the Premier League season, and he'll miss some part of development, and it's a bit sad there. So I wish him a very, very quick recovery. I think that he would have been a great person for Barca's play, but he's also in a similar profile to Alvarez, loves dropping deep, loves being involved in play. But I think Barca want someone like Lewandowski, someone always up front, calling for the ball, someone who's a predator in the penalty box, someone that can just get the ball from Yamal in the penalty box, have a shot on target, hit the goal in the top corner or the bottom left corner. And I believe that Osimhen is that right profile for that. Osimhen, or someone in that Osimhen mold. Target striker, tall, strong, fast, link-up play, scores goals, always reliable, and the stats show it. 22 starts, 22 games, 19 starts, 15 goals, 5 assists. He scores goals, he assists players, he influences games in a positive manner. Osimhen might just be the right profile for Barcelona. So we shall see how Barca are going to tackle this upcoming potential striker crisis. Will they actually not buy a striker and wait for Alvarez next year, or wait for Kroupi next year, and maybe play Dani Olmo in that false nine role? or maybe play some player in that false nine role, or maybe even a couple of years ago, remember Messi went from right wing like Yamal, he used to play right wing, to the false nine role. Could we see Yamal in the false nine role? Could we see Adeyemi? Could we see Adeyemi on the left wing and then Gordon on the right wing, or Rafinha on the left wing and Gordon or Adeyemi on the right wing, and Yamal in that false nine role, emulating Messi? Many potential opportunities here for Barcelona, but what we shall see in the upcoming season. I'm Shirtless Matchday. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Thanks.